If you thought the year of the backpack was over, you're sadly mistaken. Yes. T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Thanks to GameStop.com, I was able to get my first Transformers Kingdom Leader class figure, which happens to be Beast Megatron here, who's just known as Megatron. Actually, it does say Megatron Beast. I didn't even notice that. I didn't talk about it before, but they have golden disc detail right there. And you do get a Predacon symbol. And here's the stuff on the back. Yay, stuff on the back.
Here's Beast Megatron in all of his glory, and yes, he has taken over the Ark.
He is really good. I have one problem with him right out of the box. If anybody else owns this, you can let me know. This crotch. There are two tabs in there that are supposed to like lock into place. That does not lock into place. The way it's designed, and I'll show it during transformation. I don't even know how I can fix it. So I try to just pinch it and then like push it up, pinch it together and try to ignore it. But eventually I just know it's there. So it bugs me. And this situation right here. Parts Former let me know this. This backwards and forward motion, it's on a pin. Well, I'll show that off during transformation too. But that is way looser than I would want it to be. And that is most unfortunate. But anywho, like having this in hand just made me feel so good. I have never, besides Masterpiece Megatron, which I guess would be the ultimate version of this guy, and I don't even need this, but I'm a spendaholic, so I'm gonna buy it. Besides that version, I've never had the original Beast Wars Megatron, and now that thing was re-released a couple times, and I'm happy I didn't get it, because this is probably better, besides the fact that it doesn't have electronics and whatnot. But one of the main cool things that I like about it is they sort of designed it in such a way where he's actually techno-organic. Like all of the skin to the reptile or T-Rex mode feels like Marvel Legends plastic, which would I guess be flesh plastic. And then the robot parts just feels like regular Transformer plastic. So, and then the way they constructed it, like it's layered over hard plastic and whatnot. And I feel like even like right there, so your $50 went into that. But I feel like there is another plan for this mold. And if I'm right, I'm right. But Parts Former, also he clued me into it. Like, look at these things on his back. If we rotate them this way, it's very reminiscent of Transmetal Megatron. And then wait till we get to Beast Mode. It's the same thing. So it's almost like they're probably going to rip all this material off and put the Transmetal shell on top of that. And then like the way the legs are designed and whatnot, that joint right there, they might rip this whole shell off and put the Transmetal legs on there. What I don't know what they're going to do is the dinosaur head or T-Rex head. With Transmetal Megatron, the T-Rex head basically folded up into his back. He had a regular arm over here, and he had an arm with an optional tail whip over here. So there's that. But let's get there when we get there. But you've seen what the thing looks like. I've been spinning him around. He has a whole bunch of silver paint right there. It's like a very shiny gunmetal. I don't want to say silver, but they do have silver on them. The head can rotate One unfortunate thing, they did not paint the back of the head. They've been doing that recently, but it is detailed the way it should be based on the cartoon. It is on a ball joint, and you can move it, but it doesn't seem to want to stay in that pose. Luckily, you can use the transformation hinge to make him look down, and you can use the transformation hinge to make him look up. So, yeah. This arm, it's on a swivel joint. This arm is on a swivel joint, but you get some butterfly action for the articulation in a dinosaur mode. I wish they would have did that back here, but they didn't. You get a swivel here. The arm can go out. It stops there halfway. I feel like it might stop. It's pretty similar. I feel like it stops shorter over here, but you get an elbow bend right there. You get a reverse elbow bend. And for some reason, they designed this hand to move up like that. They put a whole pin in there for that action, and you don't need to do that for transformation. Lifting this up for transformation makes the hand get in the way. So why they didn't put that on a swivel, I don't know. A mushroom peg with a swivel, or put it on a ball joint. Lord knows why. But you get this pinchy claw action, and this. Like, I turned the tail so it can be like, look like a claw. But you can rotate it to make it look like that. You can rotate it to look like this. And rotate it to look like that. But I rather the claw look. Over here, the elbow bends like that. And of course, you can open up the T-Rex mouth right there. And of course, you can put blast effects in there, maybe. Let's go with this one. He used to shoot out like purple beams. And if you want, you can flip the arm around like that. But I kind of wish the elbow bent this way. With the Masterpiece version, you can rotate right here. So you can get that action if you want. You do get a waist. I showed the back and forward. You get out to there before you bump into this. And even this right here is the softer plastic on top of hard plastic. You don't have thigh rotation, but you do have knee rotation. You get that much bend, and then the ankles are crazy. You can bend the ankles forward, bend them back, and rotate it right there for ankle pivot. That is nuts. And look at the bottom of his foot. And it's all textured. So, really like it.
And here he is next to my Masterpiece Megatron right here.
And as you can see, details pretty similar. They just changed it a little bit. This one is way more cartoon accurate. With this, you get a more robot mode accuracy. But when we get the dinosaur mode, you'll see. And yeah, I'm not transforming that. I haven't transformed him since the review. It's not happening. Here's Beast Megatron next to Cyclonus and Siege Megatron, who likes to talk like this on the Netflix animated series. It drove me up the wall. But anyway, as you can see, he's slightly taller than both of them. And he definitely feels way more substantial than both of these. And there's good old Rat Trap.
Of all the Beast Wars characters for T-Man to acquire second, it's me. How dare you think you could out-backpack me? And don't get wishful thinking of a rescue party. The Postal Service will never deliver those things before 2 months. You'll surely be dead by then.
We're getting pretty dark around here. Transformation. I'm going to take this, pull it out, swing it down, and peg it into the hole that's right there. Same thing over here. Now we can grab this crotch and separate it. Bend it and plug it up there. These joints are tight, so what I'm doing is unhinging that or bending that hinge from being up there and putting it here. Now, here is what I was talking about. These pegs right here are supposed to go into some slots right here. And I guess this isn't pushing down enough to grab that bottom part, and that's the problem. And here's this. I can't tighten this up at all, really, because that is a freaking pin joint. In fact, wait a minute. No, this one's looser, so let me shut up on that. Over here, we are going to rotate the tail this way. Put the arm down like this. Shut this and plug that right there. Now we can take this and unfold it. Make sure, because I got this plastic right here coming out. Try not to do that. Plug this peg into there and this peg into here. But bend it. Fold it right there. Try not to make it come out of there because it was very difficult. It got all overlappy. Same thing on this side. Plugs into two places. You kind of got to bend it a little bit. There we go. And basically, just keep that like that for now. And over here, we can rotate the arm this way. Now we can take his body, kind of shift it. I try to bend it like he has an ab crunch, and I guess you could fake an ab crunch, but all that still's hanging out right there. Take this. I had his arms down here. You know what? Let's get the arms out of the way. But unpeg that. And now we can kind of rotate the body like this. Push his head in right here. Open these flaps out. Push the arm underneath of here. You can bring the legs down like that, which kind of just happened while I was on it. This clip right here goes into the socket right there. So clip that into place. Come on, you.
Get in there.
Do it. There we go. Now we can basically just bring this down, make sure this is still up, bring this together, peg that, peg that. This doesn't want to stay. Even though they're using the hard pegs underneath of it, it doesn't want to stay shut, so don't wear yourself to death. Shift the head up into this position right there. And now, here's what, oh yeah, there are pegs right here, that goes into these things right there. Like, force that down first. Before we want to do anything with these. And here's what Parts Former was showing me. He has the hover thing just like Transmetal Megatron, but basically these rotate inside of this little thing right here, but get it over top of this circular disc, and basically we're done. He is a T-Rex, and he looks like a real T-Rex. Well, how T-Rexes were looking during Jurassic Park. And coincidentally, there may be a crossover with Jurassic Park, and he's going to be recolored into the Jurassic Park dinosaur. So there's that. But this thing is really cool. The mouth can open still, just like it could in robot mode. When you shut the upper jaw, it kind of shuts the bottom jaw too. But the head can look up like that. Do that. It can tilt left and right. Can stretch out, but you have that all looking a mess, really. The arms are on a ball joint. They can do that. They are gummy, more pliable plastic. And the legs, why it had that rotating disc thing in there, this is amazing because the Masterpiece figure can't even pull this off. Where you get the leg to do all that as one solid piece. Plus you can still bend this and do stuff with that. The tail can go left and right and whatnot. Not really up and down. These pigs don't really stay together. And you can do all this stuff with the tail that you could do in the claw mode. But yeah. He is way more functional than I would have ever imagined in a regular Generations release. But he, of course, is panelly. And if that drives you crazy, it's not gonna not drive you crazy in person. But it is what it is. It's a robot that turns into a dinosaur. So it's amazing they were able to cover him up this much. Back in the original Beast Wars, some figures never got covered up like this. You would just see robot parts just hanging out all over the place. This is really good. Here's how Cyclonus stacks up to him. And here's Rat Trap in his beast mode next to him. So he is appropriately small. Chomp. Now, I really like the guy. I like some of the things about him that I talked about, like the fact that he has more pliable plastic for his fleshy parts. That is really cool, I think. And I like that they were really, really authentic to the original toys and cartoon and robot mode. I'm cool with them doing something different. And let me make sure I show an extreme close-up on this. He does not have any irises at all. Right there. So, yeah. But, yeah. I would like him more in robot mode if the crotch didn't split. Some of this stuff not wanting to stay tabbed, like this back there. And that's doing a good enough job, I guess. I mean, basically, you're just going to be doing all this. I can see kids really, really liking these if they know how to transform the daggone thing by themselves. This one is a little bit more complicated than some of their other figures. Even this Rat Trap, to be honest, is a little complicated. I could see a kid getting frustrated trying to get these arms to stay put because they don't want to do it. But yeah, if the crotch stayed together, and what else? That's about that in robot mode. Oh yeah, and the loose hip thing. If that wasn't an issue, this thing would be a straight up knockout. But that does take away some of the joy, but it still is a good action figure at the end of the day. So maybe you'll get lucky and you won't have those problems I had. Like, look in the package. Like, in the package, I could see the crotch was split. And you know what? Is this supposed to peg into the arm right here? But anywho, Thank y'all for watching this. Until next time, T-Man 978 out of here.
Yes! Yes!
Click the videos. Click the fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those fucking videos, baby. Click the videos.